Hi everyone, welcome to Raising Vibrations with myself, Simon. Today, guys, we're going to be continuing with the Uranus series. Today is going to be Uranus in the fifth, so I'm going to be sharing my perspective and thoughts and ideas about what Uranus symbolizes within the birth chart. Okay? So before I go ahead and do that, make sure that you watch the introduction video on this series, because it does give you a lot of information about the actual function of what Uranus symbolizes in the birth chart. Relative to evolutionary astrology's perspective, okay? So now when looking at Uranus itself, just a brief overview, what we are seeing is the nature of the soul and how it is liberating itself from pre-existing patterns that exist in its consciousness, okay? Now, in terms of taking this little one step further, we can look at the nature of how the soul from its past lives has been experiencing itself, and then as that experience is created, it then stores the memories of all these experiences within its unconscious, right? So it then correlates also to the nature of the individual collective unconscious. So in this particular instance, every single one of us has our own individuality, our own uniqueness, our own blueprint. And within the actual symbolism of Uranus 11th in the 5th house, it correlates to that exact blueprint. So that talks about our identity across many, many different lives that we have existed on different Earth timelines. So the relationship that we have to expressing that individuality creates the needing for freedom and for the ability to rebel in some way. I mean, that's a word that describes the action, but it is the essence of being yourself and being completely yourself in that experience that shows you that Uranus in your chart. So if you've got it in the 9th house, for instance, you're very independently, your uniqueness is your belief system in that sense, your philosophy, and you're very much on that. You hold on to that identity, that individuality, and it expresses it in your consciousness there, or in your soul. So Uranus in itself will correlate to all those types of things, okay? So now, in this particular instance, what I'm going to be sharing with you are 3 types of dynamics that are associated with Uranus in the 5th. The first thing is that anybody that is manifesting these symbols, in other words, anybody that's coming through with Uranus conjunct the Sun, or Uranus in the 5th house, or Uranus in Leo, okay, or Leo conjunct, or Leo on your 11th house ascendant. Listen to me over here. Your 11th house, okay, the sign that's ruling your 11th house, will correlate to a soul that is intending in this lifetime to liberate and break free from pre-existing patterns, okay, of creative self-actualization, of egocentric structure, okay? And the purpose of this experience can be many within the birth chart itself, but the intention, the core evolutionary intention relative to these symbols, is for the soul to literally fracture and break free from all existing patterns that have come before, old, outdated, old identity structures that the soul has used to creatively actualize itself, the Sun, and to be recognized for whatever it was doing in the past, and to, in a sense, liberate yourself from this experience. So you'll come into this lifetime where there'll be this essential feeling of a special destiny that you've linked to yourself, and that you have to fulfill this purpose in a unique and very individualized way. And at the same time, you'll also experience a lot of times where you'll feel like there is this Superman ability about you, okay? This is in fact something that is a part of the 5th house Uranus conjunction, and at least Uranus in the 1st house as well. There will be, actually, it's all in the fire signs, to be honest, but primarily with the fire signs, Uranus in that placement. So in the 5th house, there is this Zarthurian type of experience within yourself. You feel like you have these Superman qualities and that you can achieve everything, and that you're able to access, parts of yourself that are, slightly more advanced than the other people. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I'm just saying that the nature of the symbolisms when manifesting together create this. And there will be reasons for it in the astrology chart, okay? Now, in terms of this manifesting in your own life, a part of this process will be where you'll go through these highs and lows in your life, where you'll be manifesting and creating and being recognized, for the special purpose and destiny. And then on the other hand, you'll experience randomness, where there won't be anything. There won't be no acclaim. There won't be any sort of recognition. And you'll go into these spaces where you'll be like, okay, so I need to be doing this. I need to be manifesting. Why am I not being recognized? Now, these things can happen on an unconscious level, or you can be conscious of it. But either way, these two types of dynamics are manifesting. And again, the reason why this is the case is because Uranus itself is fracturing the essence of your egocentric structure. So you'll be existing and experiencing these multi-lifetime stories throughout this lifetime, where you'll be actualizing, being recognized for what you're doing, you're following this thing, and then all of a sudden it just changes rapidly. And so it's this constant, like, it happens in an infrequent way. So in the sense of like mental trauma, you can actually experience rejection. You can actually experience the pain of rejection. You can experience the pain of not being recognized for your special destiny and wondering why, and creating the necessary things in your life that attract attention to you. And yet part of that experience is not actually having that recognition for it. So the intention over here in terms of Uranus in the 5th house, which is kind of interesting, or Uranus in Leo, or Uranus conjunct the Sun, is that you've got to learn in this lifetime to start going with the ebb and flow of the nature of Uranus in itself. And this is that there will be periods of time where you'll be recognized for the thing, you'll have this incitement and this perspective that you're wanting to follow, and then on the other times there won't be any of it. And so those times themselves are okay, because the essence of the archetype is literally liberating yourself from pre-existing patterns. So a large part of those experiences will be linked with outdated ways of being. And so the essence is to think outside the box, so that you allow yourself to then actualize new ways of bringing your personality into creation itself. Okay? Fantastic. Great, guys. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this little excerpt of Uranus in the 5th house. Be sure to check out simonvorster.com for any readings and soul silent guidance sessions that you would like. And if you're interested in learning about astrology itself, I've got an online beginner's astrology course on the website as well. So check that out. The links are in the description, okay? Other than that, guys, hit the like and subscribe button, and I will catch you later. Take care. Bye-bye.